Morning, even afternoon, TimTheTatman 2, just shiny podcast version of me. We got a banger for you today, baby. Obviously, I've been doing a lot of ranking videos. I've been doing a lot of tier lists. I enjoy doing them. Chat seems to like them. And honestly, y'all on YouTube seem to enjoy them as well. What we got for you here, in my opinion, is the perfect Black Ops 2 map tier list. Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 2 both are very close in comparison to me. Modern Warfare 2 edges out Black Ops 2 a little bit as far as Modern Warfare 2 maps and guns and just style of gameplay goes. But I got to be completely honest with you, Black Ops 2 is a very, very, very close second. Looking back at a lot of these maps brought back a ton of memories. I'm sure it's going to do the same for you. And I'm curious to see if y'all agree with my tier list on these Black Ops 2 maps or if y'all think I'm wrong. Be sure to drop a like on this. Be sure to share it with a friend. If you're not subscribed to this YouTube channel, TimTheTatman 2, hit the sub button, ring the bell. Otherwise, I'm going to strangle Kevin. Be sure to tell somebody you love them, okay? I'll catch you in the next one. What year did Black Ops 2 come out? This was actually the very first game that I really played. This was one of the first games that I really grinded, if you will, on stream. I loved Black Ops 2. It's a huge part of my streaming career omegalol. And a lot of these maps, if I'm honest, there's a couple here that I liked a lot. There's a couple that I thought were an L. And I guess I'll be curious to think if you guys line up with my L's or if you line up with my W's. I mean, I'm gonna just get right into it, bro. Aftermath is not my favorite map. This is my list, okay? Aftermath is this the worst map in the game? That's what I have to look at myself and ask myself. It might be. I think we're just starting off with an F today, boys. Aftermath. F. Dog map, not good, wasn't fun. Too many like corners. I think that might be the worst map that Black Ops 2 had, to be honest with you. Are you guys with me on that? Am I standing alone on that one? I think Aftermath is the worst. I'm like looking at all the other maps here, and I think I enjoyed those more than. I'm looking at these, bro, and Black Ops 2 had a ton of good maps too. I can see why people think that I understand the Modern Warfare 2 Black Ops 2 debate, because there are some great maps in here. Great maps. But I'm just gonna go in order. All right, Cargo. Not as bad as Aftermath, but again, not one of my favorites. I didn't really enjoy the play style of it. I didn't like that you could hop up on the shipping containers and kind of look down. There was a lot of like ups and downs. I definitely liked it way more than Aftermath though. So I'm going between D and C right off the bat. I think C is a good spot. I think D is a bit too aggressive. I think D, here's what I would say. I would say there's like a gap in between here. Like I didn't mind Cargo. It was just kind of middle of the pack for me. I was like, okay, it's not bad. It's not great. You know, I like C. Carrier. I can't tell you how many times in Carrier I got sniped. I literally can't tell you. It had to be the amount of like times that I got sniped on Carrier. It's over 9,000. I literally got sniped every single day. But I think Carrier for me, it's between B and C. It's not an A map for me. I didn't enjoy it. Sniping wasn't really my play style. Okay. I liked, you'll see what I like, but I think for me, it's between B and C. And I guess what I have to ask myself is, did I like Cargo more or equal to Carrier? And I think I like Carrier more than Cargo. So I'm going B. Yeah, I think Carrier's a solid B. I didn't enjoy it as much because of the snipers. I think y'all agree with me here. If you like snipers, I think you love Carrier. But for me, it was kind of it was okay, but not the worst. Drone, bro. Is Drone as bad as Aftermath in my head? That's literally what I'm asking myself. It's already down here, guys. I need you to understand that. It was worse than Cargo for sure. Well worse than Carrier. I liked it more than Aftermath, I think. So I'm gonna go D. I did. I would have. Let me put it to you in this term. I would have much rather played Drone than play Aftermath. I think that's a fair assessment. Express. I'm curious what you guys think of Express. There's a lot of interesting takes in here. Some you guys are kind of up and down with it, which is why I thought. That's why I asked, because I had a feeling that this map was going to be like that. I think people either liked it or they hated it. I actually enjoyed it. I want to say some of you were saying S tier, and that's disrespectful to some of these maps. Don't ever do that again, okay? But I do think Express is a solid map. Express was fun. It's an A tier map. I liked it a lot more than Carrier because I didn't like sniping. right? And I really enjoyed there was like a room. You guys remember the right side of the map when you can like go up into like this little room up there and you can kind of look down on the tracks and look down on the train. I like camping up there, to be honest with you. So I think Express is an A tier map. It's not that bad. Let me rephrase. Better than most. I enjoyed it. Hijacked. Let's get this controversial one out of the way. All right. Meltdown, guys. I'm kidding. Hijacked is obviously an S tier map. I love Hijacked. I had some of my best like snipes in Black Ops 2. Like I made my own little Black Ops 2 snipe montage, and some of my best snipes came from the left and the right lanes off spawn in Hijacked. I love the map. Unbelievable map. One of my favorites. Chow, baiting responses. Yeah, Chow's about to get so mad, bro. Hijacked is God tier, S tier map easily. All right. Meltdown. I think Meltdown okay, this is my list. Tim, it's your list. I think Meltdown for me is a BC tier map. I can't put it up with Express. I didn't like it as much as Express. I guess now I'm asking myself, did I like it less than Carrier or equal to? I'm gonna go C, bro. A lot of you were saying C too, and I kind of agree with you. Meltdown is another one of those maps in the middle for me. So it's like, obviously if it was Hijacked, when I queued in, I was like, oh dude, let's get it. Express, I was like, okay, I like it. I like Express. Carrier, I was like, eh. But Cargo and Meltdown both, I was just kind of like, eh. Like Carrier, I was like, okay, it's a cool map and sniping is fun, whatever. Cargo and Meltdown, they were just like neutral for me. I was like, okay, well, sounds good. I like C for Meltdown. Good spot. Nuketown, bro. I mean, right? Am I gonna make a category? I might make an S plus for Nuketown. I feel like it deserves it. I mean, it's an iconic map, right? Arguably the best map Black Ops 2 ever made, or Black Ops ever made. I'm gonna do it. Nuketown deserves its own category. It is not, it's, I mean, if you're younger, do you guys remember Black Ops playing Nuketown, bro? It's just everything. I loved everything about Nuketown, and the boys, all my friends, all loved Nuketown, bro. Everyone loved Nuketown. It's the map, right? It's like when I think of Black Ops multiplayer maps, I think of Nuketown. It's just, I can't separate that. Nuketown is ingrained in my brain. It was my favorite map easily. Just the amount of like spawn camping you can do, the amount of clips you can get off Nuketown, bro. I loved it. I loved it. And if I'm honest with you, I did like it more than Hijacked. I did. Overflow is a D, and here's why. I think Aftermath for me is the worst map in the game. So it's going to be down here by itself. Overflow and Drone are close, but it's like, it's not, at least it's not Aftermath, I guess is ultimately what it came down to for me. So, okay. Plaza might be with Express for me. What I'd say about Plaza is it's like a solid A. I'm sorry, it's either a really good B or a solid A. I think I liked it more than Carrier. I'm gonna go A. It's my list. Some of you might not agree with me on that one. I liked it more than Carrier. That's literally ultimately why I'm putting it at A. I enjoyed Plaza more than I enjoyed Carrier. It was a solid map, but once again, once you start talking about these iconic maps up here, it falls off. But here's the reality. The bar is so high with Nuketown and Hijacked, right? And those map styles that it's like Plaza just kind of falls short. That's what I would say. Okay, Raid. One of the most iconic maps in Call of Duty. This is kind of hard for me, and here's why. I'm going between S plus and S. Raid is so good. It's so good, bro. But I think I like Nuketown just a little more as far as just my play style and doing what I did. I think Nuketown has to stand alone. Raid is, in my opinion, one of the most goated Call of Duty maps ever. And Hijacked falls in that category too. These three maps are Black Ops 2 goats right here. Here's the reality. You're staring at 3 goats right here. That's what you're staring at, because these maps are so good, and it's really, really hard to like separate them. But ultimately, they're all great, bro. Raid is overrated. Are you trying to bait me? Oh, dude, don't fall for it, Timmy. I'm moving on. All right, so, great map. Love Raid. I don't think I have to talk too much about it. They literally are still playing it in 2000. I just watched CDL, and they were playing Raid in 2021. That speaks volumes about everything. So, Slums. I immediately, I thought A. Immediately, here's what I would say about Slums. Slums is a really good Call of Duty map. But the problem with Slums is that it's in Black Ops 2 with all these other goated maps. So it kind of falls short. That makes sense? So it's like you got a couple Lamborghinis parked next to each other, and then you have like my Hellcat. And my Hellcat kind of falls short in front of those Lamborghinis, you know, even though it's a great car. I think Slums is an A. Some of you might want me up here with this, but I can't. This just so you guys understand, S and S plus for me here is like, this is the holy grail of Black Ops 2 maps for me. And Slums, even though it was solid, it wasn't on my level of Raid and Hijacked. It's A for me, bro. A for me. Okay, Turbine. I didn't really love Turbine, but I didn't hate it. I actually think I have a really good spot for Turbine. I definitely enjoyed Turbine more than Meltdown and Cargo, and I would put it on par with how I enjoyed Carrier. Wasn't great, kind of middle of the pack again for me. Here, you know how I can tell is because there's games that I backed out of based on the map. I never really backed out on Turbine. Someone made a good point in chat. Trick shots, Turbine, right? So that kind of bumps it up. You know what I mean? A little trick shots. I like B. I think B's fair. I think B's fair. I mean, these are kind of like sniping maps, both of them, right? Turbine and Carrier are both kind of in that. So Yemen. And then Standoff. Yemen. I didn't hate Yemen, but I didn't love it. In my head, if you guys want to know where I'm at, you're all spamming a bunch of stuff. I'm between B and C. Did I like Yemen more than Meltdown and Cargo? I think I did. I think I'm going to go B. I'm going to go B with Yemen. Yemen, it's another one of those things. I didn't really back out of it ever. I liked it more than Meltdown and Cargo. Guys, this is my list, okay? This is my list, not your list. And for me, Yemen was okay. It was better than Cargo and Meltdown for me. Yes, it was. It's my list. Tim, this is our list. No, it's my list. Last but not least, man, Standoff. This is going to be the hottest take I had. That's why I saved it for last. Overrated dog shit map. Spawns were ass. Lanes were ass. Dog shit overrated map. All right, Whips, ready for the picture? I just chat goes no shot. Oh, I'm kidding. Standoff is obviously S tier. It's one of the Call of Duty goated maps. And like I said, I'm putting Nuketown in its own category because I feel like I have to. There's too much history for me in Nuketown. I did a large majority of my stream when I first started was Nuketown, literally. Standoff is obviously an S tier map, one of the best. I got one of my, you know what's ironic and kind of funny to think about was Standoff. Standoff was my very first YouTube video upload ever. I got a clip and a pretty cool, like, it was like a transition where I killed like 7 or 8 and I capped the flag all in, and it was like I killed like 13 to 14 people in like a minute. It was crazy. It was it was like my very first YouTube upload that I ever did.